Hey guys, Mrs. B again. Here is your lesson for Wednesday, March 25th. Okay, today is the last lesson of our salary unit, okay, about our income. So the last thing we're going to talk about is something called commission. So commission is another way we can get paid. So far, there are a couple different ways we can get paid, right? We've talked about hourly pay. We've talked about salary pay. And the last one we're going to talk about is commission. Okay, commission kind of takes salary pay and takes some components from salary pay and combines it with its own new calculation for how you get paid. So let's talk about this for a little bit. Okay, commission. Although you've worked your way up the corporate ladder and became the movie theater manager, you always wanted to be a salesperson. You're outgoing and friendly. Someone suggests you start working in retail, like selling furniture or cars. Oftentimes, retail positions pay you based on commission. Okay? This is an amount of money that you are paid for selling a product or service. Commission works in two ways. First, you might work on a commission rate. This might be a specified amount of money for each sale, or it might be a percent of the total value of sales. If the commission is the only pay you receive, you work on straight commission. Okay, so a lot of times what companies will do, especially retail companies in the sense of like big item retail companies like cars. When you see a car salesman, he is making commission on the cars that you sell, or the cars that he sells you. He's not making, let's say you buy a car for $30,000, he's not making $30,000, the salesman, the company is. But he might make a percentage of that car. Okay, so based on what he sells the car, he's going to make a percent of that $30,000. So let's say he makes 10% of every car he sells. If he sells a car for $30,000, 10% of $30,000 is $3,000. So he'll make $3,000 for that sale. That's commission. A lot of people get paid on commission, especially people who sell you houses. Okay, real estate salespeople. They're making a percentage of the sale that they're selling the house for. They're not making the amount of money that they sell the house for. The owner is. So commission is really just your total sales times the commission rate. Okay, and rate is always found as a decimal, so we need to convert the percentage it gives you to a decimal. Okay, so again, we talked about car salesman, furniture salesman, real estate, and again, these are big priced items. So, they might not be getting a really great salary. They might only be making a salary of like $25,000 a year plus their commission. So commission is typically, not always, but typically it's a salary, I'll say a low salary, plus commission. Okay? That's typically how these people are getting paid. A low-grade salary plus commission, a percentage of your sales. That's commission. So let's look at some examples. Okay? Number one, Milton sells real estate at 7.5% straight commission. So he's only making money based off of his sales. He's making no other money unless he makes some sales. Last week, his sales totaled $290,000. What was his commission? So he's making 7.5% of his sale, which is $290,000. So I need to figure out what is 7.5% of $290,000? Remember, okay, formula for commission is the total sale. So our total sale is $290,000 times our commission rate. So we need to take this percentage and convert it to a decimal. And how we do that is we take the decimal and we move it 2 places to the left. 1, 2. If there's nothing there, we fill the space with a 0. So really, this is the same thing as 0.075 as a decimal. Okay? Let me get rid of that. That was a mistake. So I'm going to multiply $290,000 times 0.075. If you type that into your calculator and you multiply it, you get $21,750. So based off of his commission and his paycheck, his gross pay, before any taxes are taken out, he's getting $21,000. Now, that might sound like a lot, and it is. But just remember, okay, it's not like you're selling a house every single day. If you sell a house, once every 2 to 3 months, I mean, it's still a lot of money, but at the same time, it's not something that he's selling every single day. So he's relying on selling houses to make his income. Okay? 2, find the commission. If you do a sale of $9,400 and you get 8% commission, okay, I'm taking the total amount of sale and I'm multiplying it by the rate. Again, 8% as a decimal. Here's my decimal. If you don't see it, it's all the way on the right side. It's hidden. 1, 2. 2 places to the left. I put the 0, I get rid of it there. So equals 0.08 as a decimal. When you multiply them, you get $752. So if you do a sale of $9,400, whatever the salesperson is selling, he's only making $752 of that sale. And the last one, $143,400 and 5.5% commission. So I take the total sale, or the total amount, and I multiply it by our rate. So let's convert it to a decimal. 1, 2, 0. Get rid of the other decimal. So 0.055 is my rate. When you multiply that, I get $7,887. Okay? A couple more. Okay, it says, Richard Klein works as an auto mechanic and earns the following commission rates. 3% for oil changes, 5% for tune-ups, 6.25% for auto part sales. He is guaranteed a minimum salary of $2,400 per month. So even if he does nothing, even if he has no sales, he's guaranteed $2,450 per month. So this is where I talk about sometimes we get a salary on top of commission. So if you have a bad month and you make nothing, you make no sales, you're still guaranteed a certain amount of money. So we know that in his paycheck so far, he's automatically getting $2,450. Now, depending on how many oil changes, how many tune-ups, and how many auto part sales he does, he's going to make more. So we need to figure out what else is getting added into his paycheck. So last month he brought in $2,500 in oil changes, $4,500 in tune-ups, and $2,800 in parts. Okay, what is his gross pay? Well, let's start with his oil changes. He did $2,500 in oil changes, so we times that by the rate. 3% as a rate, or a decimal, is 0.03. So 2,500 times 3%, or 0.03, is $75. So for his oil changes, we're adding $75 into his paycheck. Now we're doing tune-ups. Well, last month he made 4,500 in tune-ups, and we times that by his tune-up rate, 5%, which is 0.05 as a decimal. When we multiply it, you get $225. And last one, we get his, what was the last one? Auto parts. So he did 28,200 auto parts times what his rate. So 6.25 as a decimal is 0.0625. And when you multiply them, you get $1,762.50. So I add that in. 1,762.50. When you add up all these things, okay, all these things he's getting into his paycheck, his gross pay is $4,512.50. This is his gross pay. Okay. For now, I think we're just going to stop there, and we're going to pick up on graduated commission tomorrow. So all your task today is to learn about commission, okay? And tomorrow we will talk about graduated commission. All right, so again, you have to do the assignment for today. And it's just one problem I want you to do. Please do it and take a picture of it and either email or text it to me. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Miss you. Bye.